Hey and welcome to the Daily Arsenal News Show. Let's begin with our daily news. David Moyes really like phenomenal Arsenal player with West Ham keen to strengthen in his position. David Moyes is an admirer of Arsenal striker Folarin Balogun as West Ham target another forward in the summer transfer window. That is according to a report from Football Transfers, which notes that Arsenal could look to reduce the fee in their pursuit of Declan Rice by offering a player in exchange. The report makes it clear that it's unknown which player would be offered. However, it would appear that Folarin Balogun may well be a contender to potentially head to the London Stadium. Balogun, of course, has enjoyed an unbelievable season with Rams. He has scored 20 goals, including 19 in League One, but it appears that there is a major question mark over his Arsenal future. He is approaching the final 2 years of his contract at the Emirates, and a report from The Athletic recently suggested that Balogun has little intention of signing fresh terms with the Gunners. He wants to be a first choice striker, and he is not looking to leave on loan again. With that, Mikel Arteta faces the decision of whether to play him or sell him permanently, and with Gabriel Jesus in the squad, it's hard to see Balogun getting the minutes he craves, so a summer exit could be on the cards. And football transfers suggest that David Moyes is a fan. If Moyes stays on and resigns to losing Rice, perhaps the opportunity to take Balogun will really appeal to him. The youngster has been phenomenal this season, and he would arrive with a point to prove if Arsenal let him go. There is an opportunity for a goal scorer to make themselves absolutely indispensable to West Ham next season, so it should not be a surprise if this is not the last we hear of Balogun being linked with the Irons. Mikel Arteta admits he is delighted £27 million Arsenal man is part of his squad. Arsenal manager Mikel Arteta has admitted he is delighted to have Leandro Trossard in his squad right now. Arteta was speaking to the press ahead of his side's match against Trossard's previous club, Brighton, this afternoon. Mikel Arteta will know that all his side can do now is win their final 3 games and put the pressure on. Manchester City are in incredible form, and it's hard to see them dropping points at this stage of the campaign. However, they may still have one eye on their Champions League semi-final against Real Madrid. Struggling Everton are their opposition, and after defeating Arsenal's opponent today, Brighton 5-1, anything is possible. It's Leandro Trossard's first match against Brighton since leaving for Arsenal in January, and Arteta has been singing his praises in the build-up. He will be hoping he can get one over his old club to keep his new team's fine title chances alive. Asked about the £27 million signing's impact since arriving at the Emirates, Arteta said, "I love to have him in the squad. He's been great. You can see the contribution he's made to the team. I am delighted to have him. He is a great character. I can bring him in and he can have a conversation with you." It's a testament to how well Trossard has adapted to Arteta's tactics since joining Arsenal that he is in the conversation to start today. Gabriel Martinelli and Bukayo Saka have been two of the best attacking players in the league this season. Week after week, they have caused opposition fullbacks huge problems going forward. Whenever he's been given his chance, Trossard has stepped up and will know better than anyone today how Brighton's side will play. Trossard has recently returned the compliment to Arteta and will want to do everything he can to help Arsenal. He's been compared to Santi Cazorla in his short time at the club, and if he can create a similar legacy at the Emirates, he'd be doing very well. Manchester United want to pinch £15 million man from under Arsenal's noses. Manchester United are the latest club to show an interest in reported Arsenal target Mohamed Simakan ahead of the summer window. Simakan has had a fine season with RB Leipzig, and it's been claimed in recent days that Arsenal are big admirers of the young defender. And according to further reports from France, it seems Manchester United are also putting their name in the hat. According to a report from GFNF this weekend, which cites Foot Mercato journalist, United are the latest club to declare an interest in signing Simakan in the summer. Signed by Leipzig for just £15 million, Simakan did actually sign a new contract with the German side back in the winter of 2022. Lauded for being a natural leader, Simakan is quickly developing into one of the finest young defenders in Europe. Both United and Arsenal are believed to be in the market for a new defensive reinforcement this summer. Simakan, who is still just 23, would appear to tick the boxes for both. Mohamed Simakan has been a name mentioned in more than one transfer window, and it's easy to see why. The 23-year-old has shown exceptional form with RB Leipzig, and it seems to take things in his stride. Certainly, a move to one of the Premier League's top clubs wouldn't be something that fazed him. For United and Arsenal, it feels like a big summer. The Gunners are so close to outdoing City that just tweaks are needed really, while at Old Trafford, the right signings could see them challenging as well. Simakan would slot in nicely at either club. He is shown enough in his time in Germany to suggest he can be a big success. And if Leipzig are willing to sell, then it's a transfer both should explore. Incredible £70 million star Arsenal won't, now ready to commit to join Premier League rivals instead. Alexis Mac Allister is ready to give the green light to a move to Liverpool, despite interest in the Argentinian from Arsenal ahead of the summer transfer window. That is according to a report from the Daily Mirror, which suggests that Liverpool are some way down the line in their pursuit of the Brighton and Hove Albion star. Alexis Mac Allister has been one of the Premier League's most impressive midfielders this season, and of course, he helped Argentina win the World Cup earlier in the campaign. Unsurprisingly, he is wanted by a host of sides heading into the summer. The Daily Mirror report that both Arsenal and Manchester United are both admirers of Mac Allister. However, it's Liverpool who look set to win the race. Talks are reportedly well advanced, and Mac Allister is planning to commit to join Jurgen Klopp's men ahead of the window opening. Of course, Liverpool need to overhaul their midfield this summer, as noted by the Mirror. James Milner looks set to move in the opposite direction after an amazing spell on Merseyside. At 24, Mac Allister would be a really exciting signing this summer. He is an incredible talent, and Brighton once again deserve a huge credit for uncovering another real gem. It's a blow for Arsenal if they have registered an interest in the midfielder. Mikel Arteta's men also need to improve their options in the middle of the park ahead of their Champions League return next year, but they have been linked with plenty of other names, so you would imagine that the Gunners will waste little time moving on to their other target. £12 million Arsenal target, hence he could be on the move after his club were just relegated. Reported Arsenal transfer target Kyle Walker-Peters has spoken to the press after Southampton were relegated yesterday. The Saints will be playing Championship football next season. They lost 2-0 at home to Fulham to compound a miserable season all around at St Mary's. And speaking after the game, former Tottenham man Walker-Peters seemed to hint he could be on his way out. As we know, recent reports have linked Arsenal with making a move to sign Walker-Peters this summer. The Athletic claimed that the Southampton man had impressed the Gunners' scouts, and with Arsenal looking for new fullback options, he is being considered. Of course, Walker-Peters' Tottenham connection could make signing for Arsenal a tricky decision to make, but regardless of where the right back ends up, TalkSport's Alex Crook confirmed he'd spoken to him after the Southampton game, and in that conversation, the Southampton man appeared to hint he could be on his way. Southampton paid around £12 million to prize Walker-Peters away from Spurs. Since then, he has solidified himself as a top Premier League right back. It goes without saying then that he is likely to be one of Southampton's more in-demand players. Kyle Walker-Peters is a good player. Like some other Saints players, he is probably too good to be playing in the Championship. However, he must show the desire to do better. He is part of the squad that has been relegated, and he must share the same blame as everyone else. In terms of Arsenal being keen, you can see why, but Walker-Peters would need to do much better to feature regularly for the Gunners. If he is going to be available on the cheap, though, then it's a smart move for Arsenal, and given a Crooks update here, it seems very much like Walker Peters is open to moving on. Arsenal now in talks with the Premier League rival about fee for underrated player who wants to join the Gunners. Arsenal have now opened talks with West Ham United over a potential fee for Declan Rice as the Gunners look to win the race for the midfielder this summer. That is according to a report from Football Transfers, which suggests that the Gunners are yet to speak with the 24-year-old's representatives as he focuses on the remainder of the campaign. Of course, Arsenal pursuing Declan Rice has been on the cards for some time. The Times reported in January that the England international would be Mikel Arteta's top target for the summer, and it seems that the Gunners have stolen a march on their rivals for his signature. Football Transfer report that Arsenal have begun discussions with the Hammers over the possible fee and the structure of payment. Those talks were held last week, but they are yet to speak to his representatives again after making some contact in January. It would definitely appear that Arsenal are on pole position to win the race for Rice's signature. The Gunners are in a fantastic place right now, and Rice is hitting some real form heading into the summer. However, Arsenal fans will not get carried away. Of course, Edo and Arteta have done some outstanding business in recent years, but there does appear to have been a number of players they have been unable to get also, and plenty of clubs will be on the lookout for a world-class midfielder this summer, so Arsenal will not be expecting a smooth ride towards securing the underrated West Ham captain's signature. The positive news for Arsenal fans is that it appears that they have now really got the ball rolling. Arsenal linked with a move for £17.5 million Champions League winner. Arsenal have been linked with a move for the Real Madrid defender Ferland Mendy. The 27-year-old Frenchman has fallen down the pecking order at Santiago Bernabeu, and he has been told that he can leave the club at the end of the season. A report from the Mirror claims that Arsenal have been alerted to his availability, and it remains to be seen whether the Gunners come forward with a concrete proposal for him. The defender is likely to cost around £17.5 million this summer. Mendy has struggled to hold down a regular starting spot because of poor form and persistent injury problems to season. The Frenchman will be hoping to get his career back on a track with a move away from the Spanish club this summer. Arsenal certainly have the financial means to pay the asking price. The Gunners already have Zinchenko and Kieran Tierney at the club. Furthermore, Nuno Tavares is set to return to the club from his loan spell in the summer. It seems highly unlikely that Arsenal will want to invest in another left back unless they sell players like Tavares and Tierney in the summer. The opportunity to play in the Premier League will be an attractive option for Mendy, and it remains to be seen how the situation develops. On form, the Frenchman is clearly a quality player, and he could prove to be an asset for another club. He was a part of the squad that won the league title and the UEFA Champions League with Real Madrid last season. I will be uploading daily Arsenal news, so keep your eyes on the channel and don't forget to like and subscribe. I appreciate your support. Peace out.